Hello everybody, thank you for joining. Thank you for supporting this channel. Appreciate you all. Today I want to look at a couple of news things. Trump Bible, the bridge collapse, and Fox News, how they reported on it. Ken Paxton, he's back in the news. He avoided his fraud trial, but I'm going to look at him again because I think the FBI is still investigating, and you know how fast those guys move. And then I want to look at Nicole Shanahan, a fine Irish girl. She is RFK Jr.'s running mate. Now, Nicole Shanahan is out of the Bay Area, and she was last married to the Google co-founder. She may have a little bit of money, maybe, to help, like, kick RFK Jr.'s campaign into a higher mode. So we'll see how that's going to turn out. I've been getting messages this last week, and I'm hearing the term ancient wisdom and the layers of ancient wisdom. So I decided to ask this ancient wisdom energy, and it's when I think about that, when I get quiet with it, there's so many levels, and it just builds on top of another. And so I pulled 3 cards on ancient wisdom. And the cards that I pulled using my Angels and Ancestors, Galactic Heritage, and my True Black deck. I just love it when cards come together because the cards never lie. The first one I got is Wise One. Wow. Grow within your current situation. This is all about paying attention to ancient knowledge. As we're growing in this current situation that we're in right now, who do we turn to for advice and sage counsel, wise counsel? Well, it would be the elders, the ancient ones who have seen this all before. And I go, well, okay, cool. So I can check in with her, this human elder, who is obviously very wise. And I can also check in with the galactic species because they have like even more ancient guidance. And I got this card. Healing, Crisis, and Purging. This is the Orion, from the Orion star system, and its present time stream. So with this card, whenever we're healing something, we have to let go of something to heal. We have to let go of the illness, the sickness, the hurt, whatever it is. We have to let go of that so we can bring something new in. And with Orion, there was this plurality, this duality that was tearing their planet apart. And when they figured out how to live with both sides, kind of like what we're doing right now, there was a lot of purging and a lot of healing. And in Orion's case, using the book as a guide. In Orion's case, that happened rather quickly. In our time, it's taking a little bit longer. But there is a level of trust that needs to go on, that this wise one is bringing in the secrets of the ancients that says this will all be okay. We are just in huge growing pains of looking at these two different sides, and we all want the same thing, right? We do. It's just we have different ways of getting there. And the thing that I find is so striking today, even though we all want security, we all want food on our table, we all want to live in abundance. What abundance means to one is different than the other. Certainly, what abundance means for the owner of Google is not what I think abundance is. But as we figure out what we want and how to live together, it seems to me that the key is, how do we stop living in fear and how do we start living in love? Because some side is moving on fear, the other side's moving on love. And even with me, as much as I try to move in love all the time, when I start watching the news, I get all crazy and fearful. We're going to talk about new stuff, and I'm going to get crazy and fearful. Not really crazy, but you know what I mean. The third card I pulled, True Black. And this is the Empress. And you can see the hidden meanings up there. It's like, I forgot the term of what that is. At first I thought it was like a honeycomb, but it's like a DNA type thing. Anyway, sorry. I should have read the book before I jumped on here to refresh my memory. But the Empress card, she's all about abundance. She's all about sensuality, joy, sexuality. It's having, did I say abundance? I think I did. And so what I see with this card is that as we live in fear so much, we don't realize what we have, the beauty that surrounds us, the beauty that we currently have within us, without us, outside of us, I mean. So this ancient wisdom layer that I pick up on is we are in this crazy moment of healing and purging. Pay attention to keeping our vibration high. Pretend we are an empress, the divine feminine who has whatever they need. I mean, she's pushing around and telling the emperor what to do. So, well, at least I think she would. I mean, that's the way it works in my house anyway. I mean, I am the king of my castle. Yeah, good thing my wife didn't hear that. I'll show you who's king. Okay. Let's move on to some current events. Here it is. So, what should we, hang on, I'm gonna pause. Okay, I'm gonna read on Trump's Bible first. Can you believe that? Trump is selling a Bible. Get yours now. I was watching one of the comedian late night guys, and he said that Trump's tennis shoes have sold out, but they haven't shipped yet. Really? Really? So Trump's Bible is coming out, and in 2 weeks we're going to start the hush money case. In case you don't know what the hush money case is, that is the porn star case with Stormy Daniels. And I don't know. That was kind of a weird way to put that, but I did. I was trying to make a joke out of it, and I couldn't finish it. Okay, there's the joke. I couldn't finish it. So the Access Hollywood tape, in one of my emails that I get, either Joyce Vance or who else would it be? I can't remember. Hang on. Heather Cox Richardson or Joyce Vance, one of those two, actually wrote the transcript down of what Trump said, and it was horrific. If that would have come out, and I think it did, but then it was shut down real quick. If that would have come out in big news, I don't know. I don't know if the evangelicals would have forgiven him at that time. They're going to forgive him now, but I don't know if they would have forgiven him at that time. And it's hard to put that into evangelical times. And then when we trip on Trump's Bible, where he says, we need to come back. I mean, it was so surreal listening to his speech on selling the Bible. We need to get back to America being religious, evangelicals, Christians. And I don't know exactly what he said, but holy crap. Sent shivers down me spine. So, Trump's Bible. Will evangelicals get a clue when Stormy Daniels' case comes into the news? I'm hearing no that Fox News won't report it. And we're going to get into the bridge collapse with Fox News reporting. But let's just throw like 6 cards. Will the evangelicals get a clue about Trump's Bible thumper? Ooh. I'm only doing 6. Let me drop it down. Y'all can see, those who read tarot. So look what we got. My fountain tarot deck. Move that away. We have the burden in the potential near future. We have the fighting. We have the review. We have overseas, waiting for something, watching ships come in, go out. Joe Biden in the past. And moving on. The Chariot up at the top. Will evangelicals get a clue? I think yes. I think a lot of them, yes. They're reviewing this. They're looking at all the stuff that went on with the 7 of Pentacles. And in other decks, these pentacles are not healthy. So they're tending to their flock, so to speak. But there is a lot of back and forth, a lot of dissent going on. And so they're looking at this and planning, what's going on with this? There's a calming energy that's behind them. A higher authority. This could be the Joe Biden card. I'm not sure. Maybe that Joe Biden card is causing a lot of fighting because they're going, this isn't this isn't right. Some of them are moving away because the burden is just too much. So 6 cards, I don't want to get into it that much, but I'm seeing, yes, some of them. Now the big MAGA guys, no. I wonder if so I got a evangelical relative, and super MAGA, super, lives down by Lori down in Florida. Oops, I'm sorry. Let me lift this up. And I wonder if he's changing. Probably not. All right, let's take a look at the bridge collapse in Fox News. So horrific. And on the other side, how amazing it is that more people didn't lose their lives. How amazing is it that the police department and the Mayday that went out got to the police department. They shut down both directions. I'm like, what? How did they do that so fast? I think it was ancient wisdom that helped. So I'm just in awe of that. We can't, and that tells me we can fix things fast. We can move fast when we want to. So we may think that things are moving just at a snail's pace, which they are, but when we have to, it's going to be good. Well, we're going to move fast. As I look at the Knight of Pentacles, the slow-moving knight. So Fox News said that it was a terrorist attack. They don't even know. One of the reasons I don't jump on YouTube as much as I want to when I see news breaking is because I'll be reading on something that I only am getting half a story on. So if I read on something that I know nothing about, then you get a clearer picture. If I read on something that I know a little bit about, you just get a little bit of information, right? So when I look at this, I go, this is not a terrorist act. That was the first thing I thought of. Fox News implied that it was. See how I did that? I didn't say they said it was, they implied it. So for entertainment purposes only. What if, and Fox News is always asking questions. Do you suppose that could have been a terrorist? Furrowed brow, wrinkled? So, I want to focus in on. So, I feel horrible for the pilot of that ship. Now, to go back to how this happens, there are captains of the ship that will navigate the ship from one port to the other across the open ocean. But while you're in the harbor, they have harbor pilots. And the harbor pilots will get on the container ship and move it out of the harbor. They will also get on the ship when it's outside the harbor and pull it into the harbor. These guys make a fortune. And now you know why. They're very good at what they do. However, when the engine doesn't work, you lose all propulsion. It's scary as hell. Losing propulsion in a vessel in a harbor like that happened to me in LA Harbor on my little itty bitty boat. Couldn't put a container on it. Well, you could put a container of beer on it, for entertainment purposes only. It still doesn't make it right, though, does it? Okay. So I don't think there was anything that the captain was doing, that the pilot was doing, two different people. But let's look at the crew in the engine compartment. Let's look at that. Was there anything going on? Was this just an accident, or was anything going on that... Let's see what we can get. I'm just going to pull. I'm going to pull again 6 and see if this is something that I should even... Ooh. That says stop. Let's just see. See if I should dig into this deeper. Anything? What do we need to know about how the engine... It was sick. Yeah. Wow. I think they knew about this before. The card that throws me is this one. This is my dark money card. It's not the Russian, but it's dark money. But let me drop it down, and you can see that there is something going on here. A lot of worry. So here's my illness sick card. So the engine wasn't well. Immediately when I pulled this, I go, ooh, Russia dark money. Is it true? Or was it 3 people trying to, work on this? What do we got? Is it okay? I don't know. Some people are really worried about this. But the King of Wands is going, we got to move this ship. We got it. It's full. Got to go. Ace of Swords. The truth came out. They were foolish. And they went ahead. So I'm not getting any dark energy except this. And I think it's just that it's financial. Let's move this. Let's keep going. We can, the engine will be okay, is what I'm getting. But that came up and said, no. All right, let's look at, RFK Jr. I don't know if I'm going to read on Ken Paxton, but let's look at RFK Jr. and Nicole Shanahan. She, from what I saw, her mother was Chinese. Her father, well, I hope he was Irish with a name like Shanahan. But that maybe she took... I looked on Wikipedia, which is not the highest quality news service, but I didn't see that she was married to a Shanahan, so I'm not sure where she got that name. So let's see what she does. I'm going to use my fountain deck on her. This fountain deck, the reason I use this, the base of the deck as I pull it out, the devil. Ooh. Why did I say yes? My fountain deck is the one to use. So, this woman, Nicole Shanahan, will she inject? Oh, that was a bad pun, because she is, well, is she anti-vax, or is she just saying there's questions about this that we need to ask, which I think is valid. When we inject ourselves with all these chemicals and different drugs, we're really not sure what's in those. So yeah, I think we should be asking questions. I'm not opposed to that. But just come out with blanket statements that have no basis in anything, like what Fox News does many times. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. Is Nicole Shanahan, is she going to pump a bunch of money into RFK Jr.'s campaign? Is she going to, let's just say, is she going to make a difference and make him more viable? She's young. Young. Boom, King of Wands. Something big's going to happen. Ooh, she's bringing some magic. Let me drop it down so you can see. She's bringing the magic. At the base, ooh, there's sorrow. That may be his campaign that is on the skids, so to speak. Well, not on the skids, just not getting much traction. And then you have the Page of Coins, a new money coming in, and certainly Nicole Shanahan is young. I think she's in her 30s. So at the top of the reading, 8 of Coins, yeah, hard work, putting it together. But it's not going to do much good. Or, let's keep going on this one. So it's the Death card. It's still not going to do much good. Or it's a new beginning. Let's just keep going. 2 of Cups, working in partnership, bringing some balance. Hopes and Fears is the Queen of Wands, bringing more information. And then you have the Ace of Swords, a new truth. She's going to bring a lot to this, a lot of money, and she's going to make, there's a decision that's coming up with her, and it is worrisome. Yeah, because there's still some infighting going on. At the base of the reading is a celebration. A lot of times, especially in this deck, it's the false celebration because they're not looking at the ocean. Never turn your back on the ocean. You have Judgment. You have the Ace of Wands. This almost looks like the Ace of Swords. And then you get Justice. I think something is going to happen that she is going to make a difference. She is going to bring some magic to this, but there is also, I'm going to pull on this Death card and see if I can get some clarity on this Death or New Beginning card. What time do I have? Okay. I have another reading right after this, so I have to get going. So let's take a look at this Death card. What is going on with the Death card? Is it death, new beginning, the potential near future? Is she going to stick with the campaign? What is this Death card? Talk to me. What is this Death card? Okay, this is something new is going to something fast is going to happen. Yikes. Something fast is going to happen with justice. There's going to be something going on legally. It's going to restrict her. And to me, when I pulled that card, I go, this Knight of Wands. It's new information, but when I see this, I go, she's going to leave intuitively, not the card-wise. So I don't know. We'll just see where that shakes up. I think she's going to add some money, give it a little bump, and then something's going to happen. So, all right. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you all. Peace and love.